Hey, everybody. Growing our business feels important. It's something we started, and it's so exciting when it gets bigger and bigger, kind of like raising a kid and being really proud of them when they go on stage and accomplish some milestone, for example. That's how we feel about our own businesses because we are growing and we're accomplishing things, and you should feel really proud about how your business has grown. And a lot of times our milestone is 6 figures. We got to get to 6 figures. But for some of us, our milestone is beyond that. So today I want to talk to you about how to grow past 6 figures. And what I'm going to do is talk through what a lot of people in the audience responded to when I posted about this so that we can get a really clear idea of where everybody stands. A lot of different entrepreneurs who have already flown past the 6 figures and are on their way to 7 figures. So I'm going to break down what everyone said, and I'm going to also tell you my opinion on what you need to successfully grow past 6 figures. So stick around. You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss Jakubovic.
All right. So I went into the community, as I love to do, and I just asked a question. For those of you who have already hit 6 figures and are on the way to 7 figures, what would you say to someone who is trying to grow past 6 figures? What do you think they need? And so what they said is an audience. And this is a good point. You can't grow to 6 figures or 7 figures and beyond if you don't have anyone to be in your circle. You don't have anyone to sell to who's going to buy your products. You don't have anyone to coach who's going to jump into your programs. You don't have anyone to engage with you and build that momentum and visibility. So you definitely need an audience. They also said that you need a team, and I couldn't agree anymore. You have to have a team. You cannot be a one-woman show and grow past 6 figures because it requires a lot more time and energy, and it also is a shift in your role as a business owner. When you're a one-woman show building everything on your own, you're learning skills as you go along. You're learning how to build the foundation of your business and what to put in there and how to divide up your time. But when you move beyond that and you have a team, now you move into a more of a leadership position and how to manage a team and how to not let things fall through the cracks and how to work with people together and how to get things going by a deadline. And it becomes a different set of skills that you need past 6 figures. But growing a team is definitely important because you won't be able to accomplish everything that you need to accomplish in order to get to that level on your own. There's not enough hours in the day for that. You're going to have to stretch. And the way you stretch is by growing more arms. And by growing more arms, I mean adding people to the team to do stuff. Another thing you need is a marketing plan. If you can't market yourself effectively, you're not going to have that flow of clients, eyeballs on your stuff, and eventually sales. The marketing you do today becomes the sales of tomorrow. So if you don't have a marketing plan, it's going to be really hard for you to make sales. Also, you need a scaling plan. A scaling plan ensures that you know how you're going to scale and when you're going to do which step of that plan. I'm all about planning things out because then you have a roadmap that you just simply follow. It's no guesswork. And with scaling plans come scaling systems. So first you make that overall plan. This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to implement. This is how we're going to do it. And then you create the systems to support that vision so that nothing falls through the cracks. And so everything meets a deadline. And also things get set up in a very seamless way and can be repeated. Oh, I love this next one. A lot of people were talking about mindset. In order to reach 7 figures, you need to have a 7-figure mindset. That one is so dead on, so good. You cannot reach a level that you do not believe you can reach. So you need to have this belief that it is possible and the vision to get there. So actually that scaling plan and that marketing plan, that is part of the vision. The mindset and that belief system around getting there is what's going to propel you forward and keep you moving in that direction. You have to have a positive mindset. None of this will work otherwise. Also, you need clients. We talked about needing an audience, but you also need clients. Now, these two kind of go together because it's people basically doing things like liking your stuff or buying your stuff. But the truth is, the difference between the audience and the clients is a slight variation. The audience are people that are in your world. All of the followers on every single social media platform that you have, all the people in your email list, all the people in your Facebook group, all of that are your audience. People that are potential clients, people that encourage you and support you and learn from you and want to read your content and get value from you. And then the clients are the people who are actually paying to be your client. So the audience can become the clients, but you can't get clients without an audience. All right, we also have on this list accounting and bookkeeping, and I couldn't agree more with this one either. When you have money coming in and going out, paying other people and different programs that you have and different offerings, there's a lot going on. And when it comes time to filing your taxes, if you don't know what's happened and you don't have a good sense of your numbers and where things are and how things go, then it's going to be really hard at the end of the year to file your taxes, let alone pay whatever you may owe. So if this is not your strength, make sure you get someone to do this for you, an accountant, a bookkeeper, somebody who can help you organize your numbers, because it is critical, especially if you're scaling to 7 figures or beyond. And that also leads me into outsourcing. Outsourcing is about building your team. Sometimes we can just outsource and just say, hey, can you just do this one quick thing for me and I'll pay you this amount, like per project. And that's fine. And that is outsourcing. And adding to your team is a sense of outsourcing because you're having someone who's staying on board for a long period of time. They're not just doing one project, but you have to start thinking like a 7-figure earner. And 7-figure earners think about their time is valuable. Would it be more worth your time to edit videos and put images behind text? Or would it be more worth your time to coach your clients or to talk to people who are interested in your services and then let somebody else do that video editing? I'm a video editor. I mean, not by trade and not like I can do something elaborate, but I've learned by having this business for so many years that I can edit all my own videos, no problem, which is great in a last minute pinch when I need something and there's no one around and I just got to get it done. But to operate my business, I need someone else to do my video editing because I have more important things to do that are going to be money generating activities or thinking about new programs and offerings or coaching my clients, things that other people either can't do or I enjoy doing. So outsourcing is about understanding your strengths, finding what those are and feeding them, and understanding your weaknesses, finding what those are and outsourcing them. Luck doesn't exist. What you believe about your business is what you will attract. How you feel about receiving money through your services is going to directly influence your sales. Join me for my new program, Client Abundance, where I will teach you how to attract an abundance of new clients. We will be using energy and alignment, as well as practical marketing strategy to get you what you want. abundancestrategy.com/clients. Okay, we're coming back to systems. So many people said systems, but when it comes to systems, before we were talking about scaling systems, but you really do need business systems in place that are going to help you move your business forward. You also need a lead generation system in place. That is a clear system that works, it is proven, and constantly you have a new flow of leads coming to your digital door. If you don't have that, it's going to be really hard to grow and scale and implement a whole lot more, create a whole lot more in your business if you still are struggling with pulling leads in. It's time to scale when your leads are coming in at a regular pace and you can pretty much not worry about it and just know, yep, leads are coming. Yep, they're coming. Yep, they're coming. So what I like to think of it is there's, let's say, a long house with a door at the front and a door at the end, or maybe a long hallway. And at the front door, That's where you open the door and you get your leads to come in. They knock on your digital door, they learn about you, they meet you in your corner of the internet, and then they see all the great stuff that you have to offer. So they come walking in and they go through all of your things. They go through your customer journey and they sit in your Facebook group and they're on your email list, and think about them walking down the hallway as they're learning more about you or learning more from you. That is the customer journey, that long hallway. Now, when you're ready to scale, it's like you're standing at the other end of the hallway at the exit door. And instead of exiting, you're actually building the hallway to be longer. You are scaling your business by adding more things on the other end. So you can't add more things on the other end if you don't have a system, a lead generation system on the front end when people are entering the hallway to have them come in consistently. So basically what I'm saying is envision this hallway. You need people flowing in to the hallway as you are building the hallway to be longer on the other side. That is the scaling. You can't build the hallway to be longer and longer if you have nobody walking through the hallway. What you should be doing instead is standing at that front door and opening it and welcoming everybody in. Or standing outside the door, outside of the hallway, holding up signs going, hey, I'm over here on this side of the internet. Let me post some good content so you understand what I'm all about. Hopefully this analogy makes sense. If not, skip it. Okay, let's talk about offers. You have to have an irresistible offer. So this part of the process, understanding that irresistible offer, really comes very early on in your journey as a business owner. It's one of the very first things that you need to really solidify. If you have a great irresistible offer that the market totally wants, it's going to be very easy for you to grow very quickly and then move into scaling. When we're talking about scaling past 6 figures, we're not really talking about coming up with a great offer. We already have a great offer. We're talking about how can we leverage that offer to bring in more people to our world more quickly. So yes, you need an irresistible offer, but you need that way before you get to 6 figures. So just make sure you have that, because you have to get to 6 figures before you get to 7. So you've got to get an irresistible offer. Now let's talk about being authentic, showing up as yourself. You are building a personal brand, and that means you need to show up as a person and show your personality. Be authentic. Please, please, please be authentic. Stand out from the crowd. Don't be like everybody else. It is really hard to sit in a world where everyone around us is the same. Everyone's doing the same things. It's like they were cut out of a cookie cutter. Be different. And the way you become different is by just being you, showing your true colors, doing exactly what you want to do, speaking your mind, dressing how you want. Just be authentic. Okay, if you want to be a 6-figure earner or above, if you want to be a 7-figure earner, if you want to be an 8-figure earner, you know what all these people have in common? They have strong habits. Strong habits are what propel us into a routine that ensures success. You've got to have strong habits. I would like to tweak this a little bit and add a word in there: strong, good habits. So they got to be good habits that you're really strong at doing. So that means you need to have discipline. It really does come down to discipline. We cannot reach goals if we are not disciplined. If you don't have a plan, it's kind of hard to be disciplined because you don't know what you're being disciplined for, disciplined to. So making that plan and then sticking to it is where the discipline comes in. Just constantly getting up and doing the thing, whether it's waking up every morning and working out every day for a year and a half, or if it's sitting down at your laptop and doing the work that you need to connect with your prospects. Whatever it is, you show up every single day because discipline counts. And excuses don't get you to where you want to go. Strong habits, discipline, and let's add in 2 more things all about this. Persistence, which means that if it doesn't work for you, you still show up and you still do it and you still try and you don't give up, and you make sure that you are showing up and being visible every single day because you owe it to yourself and you owe it to your followers. Your following is there because they want to learn from you. If you're not persistent and you're not disciplined, you're not going to get to where you want to go. in any length of time, like maybe one day, but we're talking about let's go, let's go, let's go, right? We want to grow or scale. I mean, that's what this podcast episode is about. If that's not your thing, that's cool. But if it is, we've got to be consistent. So that's another thing, consistency. So we've got strong habits with discipline, persistence, and consistency. You've got to show up. These four all go together. We talked a little bit about automation, but it's really important to bring up again because so many things can be automated, and it's as if like I talked about how outsourcing, adding to your team is like growing arms, like you have an extra set of hands and then another extra set of hands and then another extra set of hands. Automations are like adding apps onto your phone. If you can think of yourself as your business, okay, you're just this human thing and that's your business. Bear with me for this analogy. And we add on to our team. So we've grown arms like an octopus, right? And now we're downloading apps into our brain to become more robotic in the sense that we ourselves don't have to do all the things. We're going to download an app to respond to our emails. We're going to download an app to take care of this admin task. We're going to download this app to create a sales funnel. This is a weird analogy, guys. I don't know where we're going today, but automation is really important. You need to have automation for your lead gen system. You need to have automation for marketing. You need to have automation for all of your admin tasks. Maybe you don't like the analogy of downloading apps into your brain because it is a little weird. So we can think of automations as duplicating ourselves, if you like that analogy better. It's like I can't be in two places at once. I wish I could copy myself. So that's what you're doing with an automation. You've got you running your business, the copied version of you responding to people in Facebook Messenger with the bots, like on your business page. Or you've got you going live on your page and you have the copied version of you, responding on the sales funnel to people. Whatever it is, automation's important because you truly can't be everywhere at once. And you could hire people on your team to take care of certain tasks, but if there are computer systems available to automate different things, then you should take advantage of that so that you can scale, because this episode is about scaling to 7 figures and beyond. So we're not talking about like when you're first starting out. We're talking about big giant companies that the CEO is not still responding to emails. Like, for example, if you had a problem with your Amazon purchase and you wrote an email to Amazon, Jeff Bezos is not the one that's responding to you. Either his people beneath him are, the people he's outsourced, or his automations are. If you write an email, you might get an email back, no reply at Amazon. Thank you so much. We've received your inquiry. That is automation, because Jeff Bezos is one person and there's no way that he can serve the entire world at every moment for everything they need. And I want you to position yourself this way as well. You simply cannot be everyone to everything. You've got to incorporate automations everywhere that it is possible. And the last 2 things that were mentioned when I posted about this in the group was that you need support and you need a coach. And I agree with this. If you have 0 support, you cannot succeed. We succeed at higher levels when we are surrounded by people who support us. So if you don't have the support, go get it. Go find it. Surround yourself with the people that lift you up. And also, a coach is very paramount in creating those steps for you, that marketing plan, that scaling plan, and holding you accountable as you go through. And not only that, we might think we know what we want to do or how we're going to do it, but to have someone who's already done it tell you, hey, look, let's just do this, boom, 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 and then you implement it, boom, 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 you're going to scale so much faster than they did because they did it on their own. So you want to get a coach who's going to guide you through this process so you don't feel alone. You have that support, but also you have the expertise. You also have somebody with the experience guiding you through it. So now what I want to do is I want to tell you what I answered when I asked, what do you need to grow past 6 figures? And I said, you need focus. You need strategy, consistency, delegation, patience, personal development, and business development. And I stand by those 7 things. So think about that and see if you have all of those. And if you don't, how can you improve? Where can you take on more or remove things or shift things around so that these 7 things are definitely in your vision? You got to have focus. You got to have strategy, consistency, delegation, Of course, you've got to have patience and personal and business development. Stick to that every day, and we'll see that you are soon past six figures. Hope this helps. Talk to you soon. How you feel about receiving money through your services is going to directly influence your sales. Join me for my new program, Client Abundance. It's all about expanding your business by energetically and strategically getting more clients. Guided by energy and alignment, as well as practical strategy behind putting what you need in place to attract abundance, Client Abundance is a live program delivered over 4 weeks for coaches and healers. We start next week. Get yourself registered at abundancestrategy.com/clients. See you there.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey, coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.